It's time for Too Many Angles, Cavs Resting Everyone edition.
Ooh! So yeah, Cavs rested a bunch of people over the weekend. People got upset about it. Let's just discuss it, okay? Voice upstairs.
Angle number one, is it stupid to be mad at the Cavs over a rest?
Is it stupid that you can't do your job?
You can't read!
Here's what Ty Lue said about everyone being mad about the Cavs resting players. Kyrie didn't come back the game before, knee soreness. Kevin just had his first game back. We needed 2 days in between each game. It's okay, though. Whatever. It's stupid. That's the worst quote I've ever read out loud.
Yeah,
LZ,
what was
stupid to be mad about this?
It's stupid to be mad in the large sense, but specifically dealing with nationally televised games, it's okay to be mad because there's so much money involved in terms of that broadcast. We paid a lot of money to show that game. We needed the stars to be there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who's we?
You know, I'm sure
you chipped in?
I'm sure a portion of my money went towards that.
I bet we could be being paid more if we didn't pay $1 billion.
Yeah.
Billion with a B.
With a B.
A B.
And you know what?
2 weekends in a row.
It can be stupid, but who are you mad at? The conflict of interests are already established. You can't be mad at the NBA as a whole because guess what? You shouldn't schedule back-to-back games for your stars.
So they're trying to fix that, right?
Right, but it's
that's
not
what's on the
fixed.
table. It's not fixed yet. But what I worry about is that they're still going to come up with an excuse. So then maybe they have to figure out as a league that you can take resting games. We get it. That's part of the strategy.
Of course.
But you cannot take them on these nationally televised games. And we would prefer that if you take a resting game, that you do it at home.
But that's gray area because you can't really enforce that. If you say we wish, we get.
But that's the problem. I know. The problem is you can always say my knee hurts.
But then, yeah, exactly. My back, general soreness. What you gonna say? I'm not hurt.
I tried general soreness today. It didn't work.
Yeah, general soreness worked in the NFL.
What do we have?
Was Karl Malone kind of right to rip the young guys?
I love that we have a mailman quote in the show. If you don't have at least 10 years experience, get your beep playing. Is he right? 10 years, that's it. By the way, Jalen Rose, I believe, is a proponent of this. The idea that a certain amount of time in the league buys you a little more equity.
Oh, well, look, we were influenced by quotes like that, by a climate like that, and I get it. We used to have the vet rules in the NFL. Obviously, if you're getting up there in age, you don't have to practice as hard. And then in certain games, if you had an opportunity to rest guys, you would. That said, this game has evolved, and I just like the way that Popovich and others are looking at the science, looking at the numbers, looking at the end result, which is winning championships, not winning just 52nd game of the year. I like it this way.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of using numbers like 10 years. I prefer minutes because I think that's
Actually, I don't
more
mind
indicative
That's real.
of what's actually happening. Because you could be in the league for 10 years and play 2,000 minutes.
Yeah,
Why are you resting?
That's
you
a
could
good
be
point.
you could be 28 in your 10th year, and then it's like, okay, well, you should rest, and they're like, you're still only 28.
Let's
what are
be
you resting
honest.
for?
Chances are, if you're 2,000 minutes in 10 years, you're probably not good enough that anyone's worried about resting you.
He went there.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That is
But
true.
you're not up there.
But I think Sacramento is resting players. I'm like going, oh, y'all should
Well, now
be
it's just
playing.
fun.
Oh, y'all should
But
be
we all
playing.
agree, by the way, we don't have a problem with the idea of resting players. We just have a problem with the timing. Are we on the same page?
I think the timing is making it an issue because everyone tuned in Saturday and said, what is this? And that's a problem.
I actually was walking to Staples and turned around when I found out.
Silly.
And you're working at that time. You're mad. I know
Not me. Joe
Will
Varner.
missing games cost LeBron the MVP?
Oh, that was me. See, now you can make fun of me, voice. Joe Varden of Cleveland.com writes, of the several factors apparently ruining LeBron James' bid for a 5th MVP this season, one reared its head here Saturday night when the Cavs rested him from a 30-point loss to the Clippers. Most valuable players typically don't miss games. Go on.
Yeah.
Speak.
This looks like he had to dig in his annals for some old. Hello. Some old columns to now dust off and just write again because one, star players, MVP players have missed games, and two, LeBron is not in priority. LeBron is now focused on another MVP that's going to a traveling trophy. Went to Steph Curry a couple times. He's going to go to James Harden and Russ Westbrook. He knows he can't win it. So guess what? He's trying to win another championship.
And he still manages to play 1 trillion minutes.
Exactly.
Right, no one's played more minutes at this stage in the career besides LeBron James.
Right.
So we know he's not being lazy, he's not ducking.
No.
He's not going to win MVP because we're tired. And that's what it is. Shaq had to deal with it, Jordan had to deal with it, now LeBron's going to deal with it. The fact is, he is MVP of the season, but he's not going to get the award.
That's not the fact. You can't just say
That
the
is a
fact
fact. It's
is.
a fact.
Well, Kobe.
Because either is he's not going to be, so it's not the fact.
One for Kobe. Come on now. We know what that means. That means they're trying to pass it
One for
around.
Shaq.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to pass it around. LeBron
The
gets
fact is.
Come on, the fact is.
That's
Sean
how
Spicer
facts
told me
work.
that.
No, he didn't.
it. He has a point.
Should networks push back on player rest? Beetle, don't screw up.
How dare you?
Clap back.
As the face of a network here.
Oh, that's my girl.
I'm just kidding. I have nothing else to say.
Damn bird. Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, I do believe, I don't want to pretend like we know what's happening, but I would imagine there are some phone calls between the various networks, TNT, us, that carry these games, and the league saying, look, the money's been exchanged. We all know, how do we make this better?
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
it's not
real.
stopping.
That's a real thing. Look, I used to work for the NFL Network as a correspondent, as an active player.
Hey.
I'm only saying that because I seen and heard the phone calls that come from the league to its network and says, hey, this story, this situation, let's massage it carefully. And I think the NBA is going to call ESPN and others, TNT, and say, let's deal with this situation carefully so we can give a league-wide rule to all these teams because they need something to enforce. Right now, it's too great.
Yeah,
Very great.
And the NBA, this is really important to keep their brand pristine because people start believing that these marquee games aren't in fact marquee games.
And that's
you're
it.
going to lose eyeballs. You lose eyeballs, you're not going to get another $1 billion out of somebody.
The advertiser's like, we're good.
Yep.
We'll
Right.
wait for something else.
There it is.
Playoffs.
And Mama, I was the face of that network too back then. You know what I'm talking about?
Isn't it fun?
No, it was amazing.
Poor
For
LZ.
5 seconds, LZ, face of the tennis
It's gonna
channel.
be okay.
No.
Next.
Nope.
Okay, with Clippers fans chanting for LeBron.
Well, these are your people, Marcellus.
I heard about him.
All right?
What do you mean, you people?
These are your. Shut up. They were very angry that Mr. James didn't play on Saturday, and they started a "We Want LeBron" chant. J.R. Smith, thoughts?
When you hear that "We Want LeBron" chants, what goes through your mind?
Me too.
They are like, I'm tired.
It's a good answer.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
Those are you and your Clippers fans, friends.
Okay, look, I'm not mad at the Clipper fans. I wouldn't be mad at any team who wanted to love the sport before their team. And I think we all get introduced to our love for a game by the sport, and then you pick your alliance and you pick your region, your locale. But what's wrong with saying I want to see the best player in the
Nothing.
NBA right now? Who could get mad at that?
Listen, that whole sentence or question is totally mischaracterized.
Talk to me.
All those voices were not Clipper fans. Some of those folks
That's
came
fair.
because they only wanted to see LeBron
That's
James.
real.
They didn't care if the Clippers were playing or not. Probably with a cheaper ticket than
That's
the Lakers
1,000%
ticket.
true.
Yeah,
actually.
So
LeBron
I'm
James.
pretty much sure that they were saying LeBron James. That's what they were going in
It's
to
the same.
see.
It's the same issue we had last week with
LeBron
Brooklyn
James.
and Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
Like, believe it or not, sometimes people buy tickets. I have paid for tickets to go to a Clippers game to watch the Spurs.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Roll game love. Like who doesn't have roll
I
game
ain't there to see Austin Rivers.
love? You better leave my boy alone. He is a
Cry me in Austin Rivers.